Welcome to Module 8. This module is titled Follow-Up Marketing Systems, and in this module, I'm going to show you how to consistently generate massive amounts of leads, referrals, and closings from your database. In this module, you'll discover how to guarantee that your prospects and clients keep your real estate business in the forefront of their minds. I'm going to give you 6 ways to get your marketing message in front of your target market without spending a fortune. I'm going to show you how you can create a powerful $1 million marketing campaign for less than what you spend on a single newspaper advertisement. And I'm going to give you the key to putting your follow-up marketing on autopilot so you can make more money and work less. By now, you already know that building your in-house database of leads, prospects, and past clients is critical. Now I want to teach you the most effective and profitable ways to follow up with your database of prospects and clients and get them to hire you time and time again. Following up with your database or nurturing your leads consistently is your new philosophy that you must wholeheartedly adopt and embrace in your real estate business. However, it's more than just sending sales messages. Your goal is to own the space in your client's mind every single time someone around them mentions buying or selling a home. Because the truth is, no matter how great the connection is at the time you spoke to a lead or worked with a client, the longer you wait to follow up with them, the more they forget about you. So your mission is to build relationships with qualified prospects, regardless of their timing to buy or sell, with the goal of earning their business when they are ready. You need to consistently present the prospect with a persuasive sales message or educational message that compels them to connect with you when they're in the market to buy or sell. You want them to feel as if they must work with you when they're ready to buy or sell and when they're looking for information prior to buying or selling. You also want them to have valuable information and resources to pass on to any potential referral on your behalf. Follow-up marketing, also known as lead nurturing, is all about building a consensual relationship with a prospect. You can't force someone to commit, but you also cannot afford to lose individuals because they're not ready to buy or sell today. Most leads will eventually be ready, but it is up to you to both provide them with relevant information and to be there when they're ready to make a decision about buying or selling. Because up to 95% of the qualified prospects that contact you are there to research and are not yet ready to make a decision, but as many as 70% of them will eventually buy or sell a home from you or your competitors. Obviously, you want them to hire you when they're ready, not your competitors. The ugly truth is this: even a low quality product or service with lousy client service can generate millions of dollars in sales with a consistent follow-up marketing plan. Building a list of past clients and prospects that you can market your real estate business to on demand is your insurance policy against the revenue roller coaster that most real estate agents have to endure. Your database should be filled with thousands of leads, prospects, and past clients who you can call, email, or mail an offer to at any time. Imagine the power of sending out an email, a text message, a postcard, or even a letter on Tuesday and being booked solid or flooded with appointments for the next 2 weeks from that one marketing effort. That's powerful. This only happens, though, when you have an up-to-date database that you nurture and deepen your relationship with on a consistent basis. See, most real estate agents spend a ton of money each month trying to get the attention of a small percentage of people who may possibly be ready to buy or sell today. But they do little to keep in contact with the vast majority of people who have already worked with the agent and have raised their hand in some way in the past to say they're interested in having the agent represent them to sell or purchase. So don't be an average Joe. Don't spend a ton of money on advertising with newspaper, radio, television, postcards, magazine publications, display ads, etc. Then sit back, wish and hope the ad is good enough to attract some new clients to cover the cost of the ad and get a deal or two, only to end up with leads contacting you one time but never hearing from you again. And unfortunately, that's a tragedy that's replayed over and over in real estate offices all across the country. Okay? The sad truth is most real estate agents look at ongoing marketing to their past clients and leads as an expense instead of an investment. They're not willing to take the time away from their real estate business to create a multi-step campaign that runs consistently. But they're so busy because they're working in their real estate business, and they don't have time to work on the real estate business and create those systems that generate a huge increase in profits. And that's sad. Or they don't know and won't learn how to write educational, entertaining, and persuasive marketing sales messages. You have to be able to do that. Or some agents even get overwhelmed by the technology required to set up automated follow-up marketing systems. Don't let that be you though. And here's some of the most common excuses that agents use. They say they can't afford to pay for marketing to the database. They don't know how to create postcards, letters, text messages, etc. They don't know which one of the methods to use anyway, even if they did do it. Or they already have a million things going on right now, so they can't have time for that. Or they don't have someone to do this for them, or it seems complicated, or they don't want to learn how to use technology, and the excuses go on and on and on. But the fact of the matter is, you need to know how to follow up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you 7 secrets to follow-up marketing success that you can use right now. Number 1, the first follow-up marketing success secret is to completely understand your target market. You do this by interviewing and surveying your past clients. Your goal is to define your ideal client profile and develop seller or buyer personas. You need to know what are their pains, what are their desires, what is their process and thinking in hiring you, what drew you to them in the first place, what were the major factors in their decision to buy or sell, what else could you have done to help them even more, and then how have things been since their closing. Success secret number 2 is about pinpointing and knowing the buying stage cycles for your services or products if you're referring them. This is so important because in order to create a follow-up marketing and nurture campaign that works, you must consistently deliver timely and relevant information to your prospects. If the information is too late, too soon, or not relevant, it won't work. It boils down to knowing the buying stages of your prospects. You need to know and fully understand those stages and what works best with each. Because at the end of the day, all buyers and sellers go through these stages. 1, they just start looking. 2, already looking, but they need more information. 3, they're ready to buy or sell now. Those are the 3 stages. Success step number 3. Analyze your past marketing campaigns and determine how they contributed to your success or revenue or commissions. Look at the percentage of responses to campaigns and listings and determine how many leads moved through all the stages and the messages and content offered at each stage. You should have a folder and a binder, it could be physical or on a computer, with every ad, promotion, and sale you've ever run and the results of each of those campaigns. Otherwise, how will you know what worked and how can you improve upon it? See, reviewing the success or failure of your past marketing efforts is the foundation upon which you build your follow-up campaigns. Success step number 4, visually map out the entire process for working with buyers and sellers. You should have one sheet of paper where you've mapped out your follow-up marketing campaigns that essentially mirrors your actual process. Because the key to mapping this out is to start with an end goal in mind and create a roadmap that is specifically designed to get a prospect to that end goal, which is to actually buy or sell a home. You need to develop a roadmap that makes the most sense for your real estate business and try to anticipate any roadblocks to implementing it and address them early. And be sure to think about all the possible scenarios. Because if the objective is to send 6 emails and make 3 phone calls over 8 weeks, what happens if you don't get the intended response? Where do you go from there? And what happens when somebody expires from our nurture program? How do you keep that prospect engaged and who owns the relationship, you or them? Success step number 5, automate your entire follow-up campaign as much as possible. You already have enough on your plate to worry about. You don't want to have to manually send every email, lick every envelope, print every postcard, etc. Your follow-up campaign must be able to be 99% automated with little human interaction needed to deploy or maintain the campaign. An automated welcome campaign is a great place to get started. Set up automated communications to greet those who enter your database and start delivering educational information. And there are at least 8 follow-up marketing campaigns you could and should implement in your real estate business. And yes, setting up these campaigns will sound like a lot of work at first, although it really isn't, but the trade-off is absolutely huge. Now I'm going to give you 8 types of follow-up marketing campaigns that you can implement. Number 1, for buyer leads only. This type of follow-up campaign is the foundation of your lead conversion strategy for the buyer prospects in your database. The first thing you want to be sending out is listings that generally matches their home search criteria. Next, you want to send out pieces of information about the home buying process overall so that you can reassure them that what they're experiencing is normal. You also need to send conversational and personal touch content to them that's just meant to deepen the relationship in an authentic way so that they can trust you. And lastly, you should always ask if they're ready to finally start looking at houses in most of your communications with them. Follow-up campaign type number 2, past clients. This type of follow-up campaign is designed for past clients only. The first couple of steps in this campaign should always revolve around things like thanking them for hiring you for their transaction, reinforcing the good decision they made to hire you, sharing best practices to get the most out of their new home. And after you've done those three things, you can get very creative with the remainder of the campaign and do things like ask for a referral, inquire if they've ever considered purchasing an investment property, and deepen the relationship by continuing to educate the buyer about real estate trends and share additional nuggets of information. Campaign number 3 is the promotional offer. This type of follow-up campaign is used to generate an instant influx of listing and buyer appointments by making an irresistible offer to your database. The promotional offer follow-up campaign can be used for all contacts on your database list, non-clients and past clients alike. The most important part of this follow-up campaign is that it must be built around an enticing and irresistible offer. It can't just be your normal everyday and ordinary service or package that you always offer. You must also put an expiration date on the promotional offer so that people are forced to make a decision within the timeline that you choose. Campaign type number 4, competitor comparison. This type of follow-up campaign works great for real estate agents because the industry is so competitive. This campaign focuses on educating your database on all the reasons why you're better than other agents. It can and should include case studies, testimonials, and real-world test results from past clients. In order to be most effective, you should choose to have each message you send to your database focus on one key element of what you can do for them that is superior to your competition. However, make sure you don't make personal attacks against your competitors. Focus on the superiority of your service. Number 5, top of mind. This type of follow-up campaign is designed to keep your real estate business in the forefront of a prospect or client's mind. While the goal of this campaign is not necessarily to sell a client a product or service in every message, the occasional promotional message should be included. This campaign should be heavily branded with your logo, colors, unique sales proposition, so that it's easily and instantly recognized as coming from your company. Campaign number 6 is about re-engagement. This follow-up campaign is all about getting past clients and prospects to interact with your company in some way. It can be through any number of means. 1, requesting information about a listing, responding to an email, calling into your office for more information about something, visiting a website, watching a video, etc. The re-engagement campaign is all about getting past clients or prospects who have shown interest previously to take another action to reconnect with your real estate business in some way. Campaign number 7, topic-based. This type of campaign is when you want to share information with your database on a specific topic. Of course, the topics you share should be closely related to buying or selling a home so that the contact can consume the information and then go on to hire you. This type of campaign is great for building and deepening your relationship with your database. Also, while the first 2 messages in this campaign may be educational only, the final few messages should directly point the contact or person to your service that fits with the messages you've been sending to them. And number 8, blend of all campaign types. What you've probably already noticed is that you could probably use several or more of the follow-up campaigns in your real estate business running at the same time. That's normal and to be expected. In fact, it's common to add all these campaigns at some point. However, it's virtually impossible to do that without using automation technology. So in the next section, I'm going to talk a little bit about automation. Creating a multi-channel follow-up marketing campaign that is affordable, produces high-quality leads, and runs on autopilot is the secret to practically all long-term successful agents. So now I'm going to share with you the top 6 methods you can use to follow up with prospects, leads, or clients, and most of them are automated. Follow-up method number 1, email. Everyone has an email address that they check weekly and daily in most cases. If you have a website, then you can send out those emails. They can be scheduled weeks and months in advance, and they can be recycled and used again. So once you do the initial work, you don't have to repeat it again. And the emails can be used to communicate a persuasive sales message while continuing to build your brand. And email is just a great way to build a relationship with your prospects and clients overall. Because it's 100% trackable, you'll know who's opening it and what's working. And it's virtually free to send out, so there's little to no cost there. Follow-up method number 2, text message. Text message has the highest open rate of all marketing communications. It's similar to when email first came out. It can be used to generate instant sales and profits because of the high open rate. Everybody's going to see the message. But it just adds another effective communication tool in your marketing arsenal. Once again, it's also 100% trackable, so you know who's opening it and what's working, and it only costs 1 or 2 cents per text message to send out. Number 3, recorded message voice blast. This is a powerful strategy that really leaves your lead or client with that personal touch that stands out. It creates a stronger bond to your clients when they hear your voice. And you can set this up and have a campaign going within 5 to 10 minutes. And you can do all of this online from your website. And it's really affordable to do, even if it's in large numbers. Method number 4, postcards. The receiver of every postcard is practically guaranteed to see your marketing message. It's right on the postcard. Marketing message tends to be simpler though, and more effective because the postcard is limited in size. And of course, it's really affordable to send a postcard at about 43 to 44 cents per postcard, depending on the size. And you can create your postcard and schedule your mailings right online. Follow-up method number 5, letters or newsletters. They can range in length from 1 page to 10 pages, but it allows you to tell your story in a compelling and persuasive way while asking for referrals or future business. It can allow clients to see behind the curtain of your real estate business and see that you're just like them, but you desire a meaningful relationship. And you can create your letter and schedule your mailings right online. All right. And it's very affordable to do at about 50 to 60 cents per letter, depending on the length. Follow-up method number 6, live phone calls. This can be a client service follow-up call or survey to see what other products and services your clients want from you. People are desperate to know real estate agents care about their input and feedback. So giving them a client service or survey call makes them feel good. And it's very affordable to do because you already have phone lines in your office and you're already using the phone anyway. It's easy and simple to actually implement as it's just a phone call. Nothing hard there. And the best part is 5 of these 6 follow-up marketing strategies I just gave to you can be automated and scheduled months in advance. More importantly, because they're automated and require very little human intervention, there's little chance for error. So few real estate agents are doing these things that you will stand head and shoulders above your competition in your marketplace. Plus, more importantly, you will have a proven marketing plan to generate sales consistently. And the return on your investment is huge. In many cases, you're spending less than $100 a month with the potential to generate tens of thousands of dollars in commissions each and every month. But I want to share with you some follow-up marketing pitfalls to avoid. Because follow-up marketing is not just about sending out an email or newsletter on a semi-regular basis or randomly calling leads every 6 months to see if they're ready to buy or mailing out a postcard letter or just simply sending an email or offering content that promotes you and your services and does not take into account your prospects' needs or their interests at their stage of the buying decision. It's about building relationships and trust with your prospects in a way that is both consistent and relevant. Okay, so now let's talk about the 6 steps to getting your own follow-up marketing system started within the next 7 days. First, intelligence gathering. You start by taking your best performing ads or client research or USPs and combining that with the end of the trenches feedback and intuition. You need to know answers to the questions of what's your best lead generating marketing piece or strategy, one that attracts leads and generates appointments that go on to become clients. Why does it work so well, you think? And try to only use client feedback. Don't try to wing it and make it up here. And what do you think, feel, and know about clients or prospects that actually go on to close with you? What days, weeks, months, or times of year does certain marketing strategies work? So your goal is to start by building one follow-up marketing campaign to generate appointments quickly, but that starts with collecting all the data. Secondly, you need to document your existing conversion process. See, using the information you've gathered in the previous step, begin to create a success blueprint for your follow-up conversion process. In writing, document the process from the first contact a prospect client or client has with your real estate business to the last contact a prospect or client has with your real estate business. Capture every piece of information about how they're currently getting those clients to convert into closed deals and from surveying your past clients, no matter how small or inconsequential that information may seem at the time. Now, write down the process flow from the initial greeting, sales presentation to the close. Convert that process in step 3 into a scheduled marketing campaign. For example, if the research you gather from your prospect clients and team members are, they want more variety in the listings you send out. They want to be updated regularly during the process. They want access to foreclosure listings and they want the option to see homes on virtual tour or that they want more lender options. Then you should match each item with a central piece of an individual marketing action. Therefore, if you have a 6-step conversion process, you'll have at least 6-step follow-up campaign that addresses each of those 6 steps. Step 4, create your marketing campaign pieces. When it comes to designing marketing pieces, you have 2 options. You can spend months and years learning about copywriting and design, or you can hire a marketing consultant who does copywriting and design for your ads. Each marketing piece should have one major point or USP that you uncovered during your research phase. And each marketing piece or message should have a clear call to action that requires the person to take an action towards buying or selling with you. Remember, your goal is to start by creating just one follow-up marketing campaign that generates signed listing or buyer contracts. Step 5, schedule your marketing campaign. Your follow-up marketing campaign should have a natural and coherent scheduling flow to it that makes sense. For example, if you're creating a follow-up campaign to a past client, the themes for each of the 6 messages could be: Message 1, ever thought about buying an investment property? Message 2, here's a deal that would be a great rental property. Message 3, could you use an extra $800 a month in income? Message 4, private open houses for past clients this weekend. Message 5, now I'm accepting offers on awesome rental properties. These are examples of message themes that you could send out that are coherent, that have a central theme, and it makes sense. And then the last one could be like a scarcity one where you say it might be gone this time next week. Now I want to share with you some follow-up marketing best practice. You want to start with simple campaigns. Don't send out too many messages. Make a compelling offer. Segment your database into tightly themed niches so that you know past clients, what they're looking for. Test it all out before launching it, and clearly map out how these leads will convert to real sales while measuring everything and improving your campaigns. So in this module, we talked about how if you don't follow up, you'll be forgotten. How you need to convert your best sales presentations, USPs, and client requests into your marketing campaigns. How you need to create a marketing schedule and stick to it. And combining several contact methods to keep your campaigns exciting, fresh, and profitable is the right thing to do. So you need to blend emails, text messages, postcards, voice blasts, letters, phone calls, etc. And then create at least 2 follow-up campaigns ASAP. You need one for past clients and one for leads that haven't hired you to sell or buy a home yet.